-5, Duck. I tried real hard. Go ahead, Teddy. Your group's got it.
They made 3 tests.
You're next.
Whether the president was in the right when he does something. The first test being if the president acts with authority.
There's 3 tests in Youngstown versus Sawyer. What are the 3?
The first one, the president acts with authority of Congress. He's at his highest power. The court isn't going to infringe upon his power.
Okay, first one, when the president acts with the authority of Congress. Indeed, the president's authority is at its highest and the court will defer to the elected branches. Go. Somebody else in the group, tell me the second one.
Congress is silent.
What about Congress being silent?
Yeah, the president acts in the Congress they switch neutral, they're silent about it. He's not as powerful.
Okay, when the Congress is silent, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When the Congress is silent, then indeed what you'll see is that the president has got significant authority on its own, and indeed this particular power on its own is, I guess, respected by the court. It's given its due judgment. Go ahead, third one. Anybody else in the group other than the first 2? Go ahead.
When Congress doesn't agree with the president's power is at its lowest.
And indeed, the burden of proof is going to be on the president, and likely it's going to be considered illegal. What test did the court use? Which one did they say that it was?
The third one.
And they said it was the third one. They said that the president's power was at its lowest ebb, and they struck down Truman's action. Anything else from the group, from anybody other than Teddy, Allie, or Billy?
Oh, okay. Well, he shut it down during time of war. Well, no, the steelworkers went on strike during a time where they needed steel the most to make stuff for the war.
Sounds like -5. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. -5. Go ahead.
The outcome of the case undecided what the role of the commander-in-chief is.
Okay, so this was dealing with the president's commander-in-chief powers. Absolutely. Anything else you want to tell me?
Yes. Okay, so when acting as commander-in-chief, it has to be outside the U.S. borders.
That is the other really, really strong point behind this.
And it was also during the undeclared Korean War, and so Congress struck down the seizure because it wasn't outside. And
Wow, it was the Korean War. Nobody said that yet. Anything else?
Also, the Taft-Hartley Labor Act is an amendment that offered to allow the president to seize striking companies and make them work.
Amendment to the act.
Whatever. And also
The Taft-Hartley Labor Act. The Taft-Hartley Labor Act was the act that was at issue here. And, okay, can you explain to me what the trick was with the Taft-Hartley Act? Why did the court say that it fell in the third test? 4.
I know that the reason that it's unconstitutional is because they didn't mention it's involuntary servitude, making the people work. That's why.
You know, that is true too. Involuntary servitude was part of this. I can totally go with that. Anybody else? Teddy, the third part, again, why did they use the third test?
Because the Congress proposed an amendment to make it so the president had this authorization that specifically didn't bring the amendment into the act, so they said Congress did not want that.
That is the really important point on this, and that was the thing that I was going for. The idea behind Taft-Hartley was they offered the amendment so that the president could seize, and then they voted it down. So when the court put it in the third category, they said, had Congress passed this, it's in test 1. Since Congress declined this, it's in test 3, and they struck it down. No, because I came back to you after I left you.
Well, you didn't even let Teddy answer. Let me speak. This is ridiculous. This is discrimination.
Just because he's smart doesn't mean he should be penalized.
I got your discrimination. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 65 points. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 104. Ducks group, 18. Alfredo's group, 16. Still points out there to be had. Still points out there to be had. Y'all did give me the last correct answer that got points. Civil liberties for 5. Here's your chance. List all you can. The Miller test.
Oh, the Miller test. Okay, the Miller test.
You guys have it. Teddy's group was up next. You're third on this. Go.
Okay, the Miller test is
What does the Miller test deal with?
with
5.
pornography and okay, here's
4.
It deals with pornography, and there's like these 3 things that it has to qualify.
Okay, is it specifically pornography or is there another word? Obscenity. The Miller test deals with obscenity. That sounds like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me, what are the 3 parts to the Miller test?
The 3 parts are
has to appeal to an interest. A prudent interest.
A prudent interest?
No. Whatever. No. Okay.
That's important.
The community arousal.
The community arousal? A prurient interest. What is a prurient interest? What's a prurient interest?
It's like an interest that the community, it's based on community based interest that people would be interested in.
4, 3, 2, anybody? It's 1. Anything else? What is a prurient interest, Teddy's group?
Interest in erotic content. It's interest.
Lustful, lascivious, sexual. Exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the second part? Anybody in Teddy's group other than Teddy?
Sexual conduct.
Sexual conduct.
What about sexual conduct?
Offensive sexual conduct.
What about offensive sexual conduct?
It has to be offensive.
That's part of the
It must display offensive sexual conduct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the third part? Anybody but Teddy or Billy?
Literary, artistic, political, or scientific.
What about literary, artistic, political, or scientific? It must lack any literary, political.
Like kids could be in porn if they're cartoons.
It's not cartoons, it's great.
-5.
That's artistic.
Out of order.
That's
If
artistic.
it lacks literary, political, scientific. Yeah, but that's not part of this one. Miller test. These are the 3 parts. I thought. Oh, you know what? I guess that was a list all you can. Okay, bottom line on this one. Make sure that you know those. Be specific on this because I put on the board prurient interest. Make sure you say, according to community standards, it must appeal to a prurient interest. Sexual, lustful, lascivious. If you can't quite say it, make sure that you can spell it. On this other one, it must display offensive sexual conduct. Make sure that you get the whole definition up there on this because the Miller test is very, very specific. Yes, Laura?
Can I add something?
Yes, you can because you haven't said anything this group hasn't. Go.
It's the guy who poured chocolate on the naked model.
Yeah.
And they were trying to see if it was obscene or not, so they did the test. And because it was considered artistic, they said that he was allowed to do it.
Okay, so the chocolate. So explain this to me. So based on the Miller test, does it appeal to a prurient interest if you pour chocolate, government-funded chocolate, no less, on a naked body?
No.
Does it appeal to a prurient or a sexual interest?
It was.
Draw from your own experiences if need be. Laura says, yes, it does appeal to a sexual interest. So that's the first thing. Second thing, does it display offensive sexual conduct? Yes, it does. It can be argued that anyway. Does it lack literary, political, scientific, or artistic value?
No, because it's artistic.
No, because there's art that's involved in this one. So it is perfectly legal to pour chocolate sauce on somebody. Indeed, it's perfectly legal to do this under the Miller test. I'll give you 5 for that one. Anything else from Alfredo's group? Pick me a category, Alfredo's group. You guys have the board. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
5.
Somebody other than Sarah, pick a category, please. Yeah, we're just waiting on a category. Go ahead, Ryan. Be the man.
We'll do executive for 4.
Executive for 4. Now's your chance. How many chances will they have today?
Can you do it? Hey, look.
How many chances?
Hey, Sam, look at the hands already.
Hands are up.
Okay, you're drawing. That's what I need. Yes.
You guys ready? I'm horrible at fixing
Put the hands down. Let her at least try.
Oh, come on.
Wait, can I
That's
start?
what I'm saying. Let her at least try. Starting now. Go. On the 9.
Now it's the jackal.
Oh my God.
Jackal?
How come they're not allowed to raise their hands before she's even done doing anything?
Oh, man. Sad.
You can't write anything.
You can't use letters.
Oh.
Got about 20 seconds to end right now.
The people that would take the stuff off the church, from the church, the car.
Oh, the license plate.
It is the license plate. +4.
Yeah, I knew you were going to take it. Not a gun.
+4 on this one. What I need, and you guys have it first. I think you guys have it second.
Are you serious?
I think so. Clarence, what do you think? Clarence says it's the 11 o'clock group. Okay, 11 o'clock group's got a second. I need you to tell me the story of the license plate. Let me add you 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong group.
Keep on, keep on.